Okay, I'm here today with Herbert Corona from Venezuela. We're at Jan Juk Beach and he's going to tell us a little bit about his background in media and sports media and where he's heading. What attracted you to first becoming involved in sports media?
Well, I have a strong relation with sports, and I love media, but I didn't want to be involved like in drama or like feature films or things like that. So I think news, sports, and live action is what drove like interests me more because it's something that's happening in the moment, and you need to capture it, and you need to do something with it. In the other side, when you're doing drama, you might have to go through one scene over and over and over again, which is not exactly what I'm into. I'm more into capturing the action and making, a good product with what I get.
And how did you get to where you are, employed with Guest Media, News Geelong and a freelancer with your own media production company?
All right. Well, the first thing was sort of listening to my teachers in a way. Since the first day I got to film school, I had a really good teacher, and he said, "Well, you guys are here, and I really recommend you to find a job right now in media. It doesn't matter if you don't get paid. It doesn't matter if they treat you like a slave, as long as you're doing media and you build yourself up." Because he said, from this group that I see here, you are around 10. Probably only 2 will find work in media in the future. The other 8 will do something else with their lives. So yeah, I think I just try to stick to that advice. And I looked in Geelong, different production companies, and Guess Media was pretty good because it was related with Channel 31.
Yeah.
And they take a lot of new people that are interested in working. And I started doing the footage, and then I moved to sprint cars, and then I did other events, horse races, cricket, and lately I've been doing the news as well because we started the news. So by now I have been 4 years with them,
Yeah, wow.
and it has been pretty good because even though I feel sometimes like moving to a different job, that create a really good foundation for my media knowledge and the way you have to work in a professional environment as well. Plus, it has helped me to meet a lot of good people and people that are related in different businesses in Geelong, which it's always good when you are working in media. Yeah. About the freelance stuff, um, sometimes when you find a job, it might not be full time, so you might need to cover your expenses doing different stuff. Some people might do, jobs that are not exactly related to media to sort of survive. But if you can find another job that is not the perfect job that you want, but is media related, it's always good. And that's why I started building websites,
Yeah.
which is related to video as well, and it helps me to get some money on the side. So yeah, it's all related.
Do you prefer to work for the local media rather than a big company?
Well, in general, yes, because I think normally big companies they play the monopoly game. So I don't really like that when just one company has the full power of, a whole place or. So I really like small businesses, and being in Australia has shown me a bit more of that as well because everything here is local. So I think when people see that they have local production companies, they rather spend their money with the local people than go to Melbourne or go somewhere else and spend money with big companies. And it also depends because small clients might prefer to approach a small production company than approach a big company because maybe freelancers give them, more of a personal treatment, and they can maybe satisfy their needs a bit more.
Yeah.
So yeah, and when you're a freelancer, you could work, in the morning, in the night, after hours. Yeah, so it's pretty good.
So you can be more flexible. to
Yeah,
meet
it's more
people
flexible. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say are some of your favourite aspects about working amongst sports media and sports?
Well, first thing that I would say is you get a first row seat in pretty much every event you go, and you don't really need to pay. Actually, you get paid to go to the events that most of the people pay to go, so that's a very good thing to do. Uh, what else? Well, you get to know maybe some of your personal heroes. For example, if you go to a surf event, you could meet, I don't know, Kelly Slater or Joel Parkinson. So, some people pay for that too.
Yeah.
And what other aspect is good? Well, it's pretty much a bit of a dream that I always had when I was a kid, running around with a camera, filming stuff. So I think it's personal satisfaction as well that I get just doing this because it just feels right sometimes.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Say if we're speaking about a lot of the surf websites, do you like the developments and changes that new media are bringing? Last Sunday, a friend saw 173 surfers between Centreside at Bells and Winky.
Because they all read the report, is that what you mean?
Perhaps. What do you think of online surf reporting, all the different websites, the live video streams of webcasts? Do you think that the pros are outweighing the cons?
Well, I think it's a hard question because, I think surfers are a bit selfish sometimes and they really want the beach for themselves. I have to include myself in that group, but, reality is totally different. You have to share the beach, you have to share the waves. So I would say, well, surf websites, I think the pros are more than the cons because sometimes I'm at home, it's rainy, it's windy, but I don't really know if the waves are good or not. So if I log onto the internet, I save all the driving and coming down here. So as long as the report is reliable.
Yes.
Sometimes these surf reports, they're not really reliable. But yeah, I don't know, I think they're good business too. And for me, as a video maker, it's good because at the same time, let's say we have a big swell happening here and I get some images, I am able to send this to the websites and they most likely, put it on the website. So that's a bit of advertisement for me.
Yeah.
Which, it goes back to being a bit selfish, and, playing for yourself. But, well, we're in a bit of a capitalistic world, I guess.
And if things can get better and you can learn more and do more, maybe it's always just better.
Yeah, and I think, but in general, anyways, most surf websites have 2 or 3 beaches. They don't have all the beaches. So maybe this thing will encourage people to try and explore a bit more and find, more secret spots. So it really depends on how much initiative you have and how much does it bother to surf with a lot of people. I always try to find my own spot.
Yeah.
Because
Me
it gets
too.
pretty competitive.
You get more waves if you're on your own.
Yeah, that's it.
So what do you see in the future for you in the media world?
Well, hopefully progression, because that's what's been happening since I started. Like, even though you got ups and downs, sort of something new happens, but you have to be really brave, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to make other people believe in you too, and be really professional all the time. Try as much as possible, because if you quit, you will never know what would happen in the future. You will just, stay with what you have. So I don't know, just always forward. I think just move on. Maybe, I don't know if eventually I have to move to Melbourne at some stage. I wouldn't like to, but there seems to be a lot of work there. So let's see what happens. If this area develops a bit more and we get more things happening, I don't see why not stay here. At the moment, it seems alright.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thank you so much, Herb.
That's okay. No
and
worries.
see you out in the surf.
Thank you.
Okay.